Father, thank you for giving me the ability to have a means to obtain legal counsel here. This is actually a paid attorney. So thought I'd come in here and touch bases with you guys because I might not be back today. So I've got to take all my 0.99 precious metals to go into the store and trade back for paper. That was the idea, was never to do that. I don't know why Father didn't help me and get the land sold, but I tried. I gave it so much effort. I tried to have somebody come fix a couple vehicles for me. Nobody ever showed up. I had listed the land at half price. Everything. I put my motorcycle up at half price. I did everything I could to try to keep some metals in my pocket, but looks like I'm gonna have to just go all in at this point, and because $20,000, I don't think I even have $20,000 worth of metals at this point. So I took a loan yesterday on the flatbed because it's worth about five grand. So I took a loan for 3 off of it, and so I'll be able to hopefully get that other pickup sold. I'll work on it after tomorrow. The next day I'm going to try to work on it. I've already worked on it for a couple hours. I think I have it figured out. It's just a ground. The electric on it is taking a dump. So because it's actually getting the electric, it's just not getting it to the starter. So I think maybe the solenoid or whatever on the thing is bad, but it's okay. I'm going to try to fix it. I'm not, the best at electronics, but I tried to hire a guy to come out and fix it for me. He just didn't show up. So I tried, I've tried in many ways to not have to get rid of these precious metals and hold on to them, because they're going to be worth a considerable amount more than anything I can trade them back for paper. But I need this attorney to find out where Elijah's at. So it's okay. It's a trade-off. I was really hoping I would sell the land or a pickup or something, be able to hold back at least, one piece of gold or something. But didn't work out that way, but that's okay. Life's not Burger King. You can't always have it your way. I'm going to have to go ahead and just bite the bullet on this one and take them in there. Like I said, it's a whole year. It's 15 months of my labor out here in the middle of the desert. And I worked really hard for her. I know on all the gold, I didn't even buy any of the gold. I worked for it by trading and bartering and, fixing things up. So a lot of fruit of my labor there. I know my labor is worth a lot more than what I put in it, but that's okay. I just feel blessed today that I have the ability to go in there and do this. It's going to be a long drive, so I can't stand here too long, but I just wanted to touch bases with you guys again and let you know that I wanted to thank you for your support. This is a pretty big day for me. Again, having a paid attorney is going to make this whole case a whole lot better, and maybe I should have done that before, and I didn't, and that's okay. I paid the ministry off instead of paying off my own legal stuff. I took care of here at the church first, the ministry. So I feel like it was the right thing to do. Still to this day, I think that was the better thing to do. That way, no matter what happens to me, that the ministry will have the ability to have people here later. Ooh, things. So, to not have my son and not know his dad and my daughter, and it just seems yeah, like I said, a little bit of a wonder why I didn't do this, a few months ago, but because actually I tried to hire an attorney 2 months ago, just so you know, and I couldn't get an attorney because nobody would take the case because there was currently an attorney sitting on the case, so they can't, that attorney wouldn't quit, and so it held me back from being able to obtain a paid attorney, because you can go through my phone records, and I called 40 or 30 or 40 attorneys, and they just couldn't take the case because there was somebody currently sitting on the case, and it's a rather large case. So I am thankful. I had to drive 8 hours to get an attorney, 4 hours away, 4 hours back, and so that's going to cost me a lot of, just to have them drive over here. It's an 8-hour drive to back and forth to where the attorney's at, to where the court's at. So it's going to be expensive, but it is what it is. You know, like I said, I'm just, I don't know why Father didn't let that land sell. You know, it's a beautiful piece of land. I don't know. I had a lot of interest on it. I've had somebody wanting to trade me a Tesla wall for it. So, and $500 a month in payments. So it obviously has value, and, you know, much more than probably almost double the value that I listed it for. And then I dropped it to what, $20,000 off. I don't know. So Father's being brutal, but yet he's being blessed to me at the same time. So I have, you know, such a weight, but I have blessings too. So I'm thankful that I have this ministry where I can come in here and kind of vent on you guys. And it rained out there last night, didn't it, puppy dogs? Didn't it, puppy dogs? I got the puppies here with the dad, with the dad, with the dad. I love you boys. So I think I'm going to take them to town with me. So we'll have to start all over again. Remember 15 months ago, I had all... Tango, you should stop. You sit there and you see that and you push your face right on the cord. What was that all about? Go over that way. Go over that way. Go over that way. Go over that way. Thank you, puppy. You're a goofy dog. You're a goofy boys. Goofy kids. You're the best guys I ever had. Oh, that's a big yawn for the boy. So, but anyways, I just thought I'd touch base with you guys, give you an update. Someone come in here and I'm probably going to be gone for the day here. I'm trying to fix this. Come on. What is this doing? Got some stuck to the bottom of it. So I'll be headed into Bend, Oregon today to go to the coin shop. It looks like silver and gold are up a little bit today. I mean, cool. I mean, at least it didn't go down. It could have went down and I could have lost even more, but it's up a little bit. I don't know the exact price they'll give me for the precious metals. I'm hoping they'll give me close to spot price. I really am going to take a pretty big loss on some of these silver eagles that I bought because I knew that the premium could go up substantially like it did during the COVID. And we just haven't seen that yet. So it is what it is. I'm just going to have to take whatever I can get. And man, this is kind of a bummer. You know, like I said, I worked so hard to get to this point, and I really wanted to try to purchase the Ecuador property with this, but maybe I'll you know, get this attorney and the land will sell later. As a matter of fact, I'm going to up the price of my land. I will not sell it that cheap. If I can't, I just can't. I mean, at this point, if I can get the attorney, the only reason the land is so cheap is because I'm trying to come up with the funds to pay for the attorney to keep the precious metals. But didn't work out that way. Didn't work out that way. Nobody made a GoFundMe for me or anything, and nobody's obligated to do anything like that. But you know, I just see all these veterans and they get all these people help them out and make GoFundMes and do all these things. And I don't know why this particular situation wasn't, you know, relevant for somebody within this. There's 21,000 people. We've had 15 months. I think we could have pulled some funds together, but that's okay. I'm not relying on anybody, and it's not like I have a hard feelings towards anybody. I just see all these people who do things for other people, but I guess I just have a little small group. I don't really have friends or family or anything, so I don't have that big social, you know, network like a lot of people do. So this is my main, you know, people that I work with in my life. I really don't have a whole lot of, I don't have friends or family that I keep up from high school or whatnot. So yeah, I wouldn't even know how to do it. Maybe I could have done it myself, but I think most of the time people set up a GoFundMe, it's for somebody else. They set it up. You don't set a GoFundMe up for yourself. So, oh well, life's not Burger King, you know. I just know now, and that watching the next 6 months, precious metals are going to go through the roof, and I'm going to be like, wow, I could have bought 10 properties with that precious metals that I had, but oh well, once again, I'm going to go in today, so I thought I'd hit you guys up and let you know I'm going to probably be off the internet here today, probably not till later on, and we'll see. Hopefully I don't have to drive all the way over to Eugene to give this attorney the money, because that's another 4 hours. So long drive. It's going to be a long day. So I wanted to thank you guys. Wanted to come in and thank you for the support. I couldn't have done this without you guys. There's no way. I mean, my son and my daughter are still missing, and nobody cares where they're at. And I've reported them possibly murdered, and they just threatened me with arrest. I've been threatened 2 times with arrest for reporting my son dead. I don't understand why father does this to me and my son, but it is what it is. And my daughter's missing too. So imagine being threatened to be arrested when you report your son dead, murdered. I just don't understand God sometimes. And I do. I love him and I love the word. I just can't figure out how he does the things he does. That's brutal, man. That's freaking brutal. Imagine reporting your daughter potentially murdered and son, and then you get threatened with arrest. So this system is broken. And, you've heard me in court say that my son was murdered in Josephine County, and the judge said he's going to come where I'm at and come arrest me for saying that. How's that even possible? So I swear sometimes it doesn't even feel like I'm alive. I feel like I'm living in some alternate, timeline or something. 2 times I was threatened with arrest for reporting my son murdered. This country is just an abomination. And hopefully Father will help me with this attorney and I can take a vacation and get out of here for a little while, because this country has done nothing but wreck my son's life, wreck my daughter's life, and just completely destroyed mine. Physically, those cops assaulted me and battered me. And they're still out on the streets today. 15 months later, these thug pig cops are still out there. Probably did this to other people too. And most people won't stand up because they're very afraid of the law and the system. And the system is designed to do it that way, to get them to scare them and get them to take a plea. Only 1.5% of cases. It's 3% go to trial, but only 1.5% even render a jury verdict. So, there's just not that many trials in America as a whole. So most people end up just paying their fine, go to jail or whatever. So I'm not that guy. And I think it's the right thing to do. And I know if I go to trial and they found me guilty, I would be facing the mandatory minimum. So I don't know. Like I said, what a interesting time to be threatened by law enforcement for reporting your son dead. So never in my life would I have ever thought that, reporting something to law enforcement is what I don't want to do. Report my son missing, my daughter murdered, potentially raped, and they threatened me to arrest me. So I don't know. Like I said, it's just frustrating. It's like, how could this even be happening? How could I be threatened with arrest? My son and daughter, my son's been missing since September, and all I've tried to do is locate him and, make sure he's okay. And that's all I do. Remember, I asked if my son was okay, and they hit me in the face with a grenade. For asking if my son was okay, I was hit in the face with a grenade. For telling that my son potentially is murdered, I was threatened with arrest 2 times. 2 times. Once by Josephine County Sheriff's Office, where I reported the potential murder of my son, and then by a Josephine County judge. When I reported the murder in his county in open court, he told me that I was speaking gibberish and threatened me with arrest. So, like America, and I still love people in this country, but I cannot believe what has happened here. Like I said, here I am taking all my precious metals, and I reported 40 pounds of silver to the guy that I believe that murdered my son potentially, and they won't go even look into anything. I don't care about the precious metals. I told them I don't care about the metal. My passport is there. That's a felony, and they still threatened to arrest me. So what a trip, man. I don't know why people like what they do in this country, but to be threatened again with arrest, it's crazy. This nation is just, it's a trip. Look what they've done to me. Just destroyed this property, destroyed the ranch. Silver Rock Ranch just came and ran over all the housing and the kennels and the fencing, and all the pens, and just out of spite, just destroyed my property out of spite. I can prove that too. I could prove that if I can get somebody to look at the civil lawsuit, which again I will. I'll be placing civil lawsuits. So that's kind of keeping me going. That I'll probably be able to obtain the precious metals back someday, but it won't be at the prices that I paid for them in the last 15 months. And again, the goal that I have is I only earned that. I didn't pay. Only bought silver. I didn't buy gold. So I can't buy gold. I'm not that wealthy. So I can trade for it. I can work for it. I can do that, and that's what I've done. So I'm blessed to have a little over 3 ounces of gold, and that's at least hopefully around $10,000. So it's 20, and I have about $3,000, two to $3,000, maybe $4,000 in silver, and so I'm going to borrow against the Isuzu. You had to give up the title, but I'm going to borrow a few $1,000s. It's going to put me a couple thousand short, but whatever. It's all I got. I don't know what else to do. I've given it everything I can give it. So um, I didn't get any donations. I've tried for 5 days to get somebody from the ministry to donate. Nobody donated. So I didn't want anybody to donate unless they had abundance. So it's okay. I have no qualms. Your support and your comments are all that I need. I don't need to take anything from anybody. But again, I did put it out there. At least I tried. It's not like I was trying to grift anybody. I said, don't give me anything if you don't have a lot of extra. You can just basically take a big pile of money and burn it and not miss it. That's what I want people that have that kind of abundance, not people who are struggling to rob Peter to pay Paul. So it tells me how difficult of a time that we're living in right now, that we couldn't bring in any donations for, I don't know. I think this is a worthwhile cause. My son and daughter could be murdered and missing, and I'm standing up against perverted law. You'd think somebody would have helped out, but didn't work out that way. So the support of comments and time is that's amazing too. So I don't want anybody to feel like I don't feel like I was shortchanged or anybody even had to help. Remember, I asked for the same thing in the ministry. I needed $27,000, and so I wasn't trying to get somebody to give me $5 or $10 because that's not going to help. You could help yourself a lot more with even $100 or $1,000. If you couldn't afford to give that, then don't put it this direction. Use it in your local area. Use it for yourself. Use it for your friends and your family members. So that's okay. You know, and it's just money. It's not like it's the end of the world, but it is needed. I have to have it. I have to have it. I got a thing from the attorney, and he sent me and said, I need the money to move forward in the case. He's not going to move forward until he has the money. So I can't stall this any longer. I've tried. Like I said, I reduced my land price by $20,000. I mean, that's a huge price drop. So um, motorcycle went down to $2,200 for a $5,900 motorcycle. I haven't even got one person contact me about it. The flatbed that I took, I dropped it down to 39. I took a loan for it on it. The motor's worth more than that. All the motor has just gone through on it when I got it. So um, turbo and the transmission was changed at it. So I was given that away, and that's why I went and took a loan on it. I'm like, this is for the ministry. I'd hate to see this thing go because it's used to haul water and haul everything that's needed out here at the ministry. So um, it would be a big loss to lose the flatbed for the ministry. So I'm glad I was able to take a loan out on it, but probably puts me still a couple thousand short. But I'm going to send them whatever I have. And maybe if it doesn't go to trial, and I'll try to figure out between now and whenever it goes to trial, hopefully here in the next 2-3 weeks, a month or something, I'll finally get this thing taken care of and move forward, and I can move on with my life. Because not knowing where my son's at for almost a year now and my daughter missing, it doesn't make any sense. Why would they go to his mom's house and look for him and then not go get him when I reported where he was murdered, potentially where he was kidnapped, where my daughter was kidnapped, and they wouldn't go look for him? So I'll be placing civil lawsuits against Josephine County for call for service, and I will be placing lawsuits against Lake and Lane County, and I will be placing lawsuits against the state of Oregon. So I don't want to. I tried 15 months to not do it, to try to get them to settle the case without going through all these. I pleaded to them for 257 hours not to push this into the courts, but they're the ones who pushed it into the courts. So I'm just gonna have to deal with it. Like I said, it is what it is. I don't like giving up my precious metals, but it is what it is. Let me go let these dogs out. All right, guys, I'm gonna wrap this up. I got to get headed into town, and Olivia, I just wanted to tell you guys I thank you so much for this, support that you guys have given me. So I'm gonna head into town. I love you guys. If you see this, live stream before I make it into town, and you want to make a donation, it's not required. There's a Cash App and a PayPal in the description, and a Bitcoin. And again, don't worry, nobody gave, so it's not required. It's just, it is what it is. Father just beats the crap out of me all the time. So with the missing son and daughter, I do anything. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go take everything I work for 15 minutes and throw it at to try to figure out where my son and daughter are at. So thanks for listening to me, guys. Just want to let you know I'll probably be gone for most of the day. So I'll see you guys maybe later on in the day, and enjoy your weather wherever you're at. It's nice here today. It's going to get hot though. So cold mornings and hot days. So love you. Enjoy your time here. Please be prepared. Get yourself spiritually prepared before anything. And we'll see you on the next Predestined for Light formal channel name, now High Desert Faith and Truth Ministries here in the desert. And get ready. This is SHTF. We're living it right now. So many of us are going to make it through this because we're gonna prepare. Better to have and not need than need not have. So love you. Thanks for your time, and much blessings for all the comments and all the support over the last 15 months. Guys have been just outstanding. Thank you so much. Pastor Revelation, Pastor Apocalypse. Whoa.